La belleza de 11 islas de la ciudad de Zamboanga. The beauty of 11 islas of Zamboanga City is an array of islands that everyone should pay attention to before everyone does experience its beauty first. 11 islas, which got its name from the combination of the Spanish word once, 11, and islas, islands, opened to the public in July of 2018, and it has since been frequented by foreign tourists and local backpackers for its natural infinity pool and beautiful spots scattered around its adjoining islets. The tropical haven is an eco-cultural tourism destination rich with majestic rock formations, fine white sands, and pristine blue waters. It is composed of 11 islands along the Moro Gulf, supervised and protected by the Zamboanga Tourism Office and taken under the care of the local community. Located at the east coast, north of popular Bolong Beach, is an island group called 11 Islands. It is composed of 6 big islands and 6 islets, namely Bubu with a land area of 50 hectares, Kabugan with 71 hectares, Limbang with 19 hectares, Simonon with 14 hectares, Lampinigan with 11 hectares, and Buguyas with 10 hectares, and the smaller Visa 2 hectares, Bawang 3 hectares, Simoandang 5 hectares, Salangan 4 hectares, and Panganakan 5 hectares. Only 4 islands, the Simonon, Bisaya, Bubu, and the Bawang were officially declared tourism zones by the government and can be visited by tourists. The remaining 2 islands belong to the city villages of Panobigan and Dita, while Salangan, Simadang, Lambang, Bagiyas, Lampinigan, Kabugan, and Panganak islands are not accessible yet to the public. What was once dubbed as no man's land during the height of the Moro insurgency in the 1970s. It is a paradise itself with lush greens and white powder sand beaches surrounded by the sea. It is an ideal for diving, snorkeling, and underwater creation sports, though facilities may not be presently available. The islands are mostly inhabited by the Zamboanga tribe, an ethno-linguistic group dispersed throughout the Greater Sulu Archipelago and southern and western coastal regions of Zamboanga Peninsula. The Bangingi people practice the Islamic religion. They are part of the wide Moro ethnic group, and they depend mainly on fishing and zeewit farming for their livelihood. Upon arrival at Zamboanga City Airport, tourists can travel by bus to Panabigan Barangay Hall, about 34 kilometers away from the city center. Upon arriving at the Barangay Hall, you are required to register and are given a tourist briefing afterwards. Local officials had to close the site for a while to put the proper guidelines in place and train the community members who serve as tour operators. A carrying capacity of 200 people is now strictly observed to ensure responsible and sustainable tourism development in the islands. From the tourist center, we took a short walk towards the wharf. There are tourist-friendly and modern toilet and bath along the road for those who want to change proper swimming attire. At the wharf, we were subdivided to 9 passengers per boat, which is the maximum capacity of each tourist boat, specially created for the island hopping activity. Each boat has one assigned tour guide. To create more jobs for the locals, the city government trained selected locals to become a tour guide. The Bisaya Island. Like many tropical destinations that abound in the country, the Bisaya Island was endowed with beautiful white and beach and majestic rock formations that dazzle against the sparkling rays of sunlight amid the greenish blue sea. To get to its islet, one can walk on a sandy and rocky natural walkways. Ceremon Island. Ceremon Island was where we had the scrumptious lunch and short hiking activity. Considered one of the smallest islands in the country, Ceremon Island has a viewpoint where you can see nearby islands. Unlike its neighbors, Ceremon's beach is more laid back, and it is an ideal place to do like outdoor activities like sandbathing, snorkeling, and swimming. There are native cottages available for those who want to have lunch and picnic on the island. The island is also known for its beautiful snorkeling sites. Ceremon Island has a fine sand beach with a sandbar littered with starfish. In the noontime sun, the shadow water near the sandbar was surprisingly hot. Not lukewarm, but warm like hot springs. But there were areas where the current carried cooler streams. Enjoy a take dip here until high tide, when the water started taking over the whole sandbar. The last island we visited was Bawang, a lovely island with powdery soft sand. This island has a hiking trail where visitors can get a panoramic view on top of the hill. Some of us decided to just enjoy fresh booby juice, and I took a quick nap on the beach while others swam and snorkeled. The rest hiked up to get a good view.
Babae ba yan? Neto pictural dyan, yung kamag-anak lang kaya hindi active ba kayo ang
We all would have loved to stay and swim longer, but the boats had to be back at the ferry terminal by 3 p.m. to avoid getting caught by stronger currents. But overall, our visit home to ISLAS was a very nice leisurely break in between the frenzy buzz of the city. This island hopping destination in Zamboanga is truly a must for beach lovers and adventure seekers wanting to explore the rich tradition of the Zamboanga Peninsula and the warm hospitality of the Mindanaoans. While here, you will also discover that there is so much to see in the region, such as beautiful beach resorts, scuba diving resorts, museums depicting the history and tradition of the southern part of the archipelago, nature parks, mighty mountain, and more. Immerse yourself in the marine beauty of Zamboanga City as you discover some of the uninhabited islands and islets around the town with this island hopping tour in 11 Islas. If you are a mermaid or merman by heart and loves beach bumming, this day tour is the perfect option for you. 11 Islas is one of Zamboanga's hidden gems. Muchísimas gracias, la belleza, 11 islas de mi ciudad de Zamboanga. Max Cole.